Will you please stand as we welcome the Olympic High School class of 2022. Okay. In true Olympic fashion, they're coming in hot. That's what we do. Everyone, you may be seated. Wow, that's a large class. We have 165 graduates this year, the largest class we've had in over a decade. It's pretty awesome. Let me go ahead and welcome everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome students, site and district staff, board members, alumni, family, and friends. My name is Lindsay Castellano, and I am honored to be here in my 7th year as principal of the amazing Olympic High School. As I look at all the graduates sitting before me, I am so proud of the obstacles that they have faced and overcome. They have struggled, had setbacks, and faced some of their biggest fears. Many of them and us have faced loss, grief, mental health challenges, and health concerns. They have failed, restarted, pushed through, and accomplished what many said they could not do. The past few years have been very, very difficult for school communities, and yet Olympic has chosen to fall back on what is most important, and that's building community. We are not the first humans to face struggles. No doubt, when I talk to elders in my family, like my grandma Carmen, who attended boarding schools in the early 1900s, or my family members, and many of you probably served in the military in World War II, Vietnam, they all faced trauma beyond imagination. But when I speak with them, what they fell back on and leaned on is their community. Families were large, neighbors knew one another, and people stepped up to support each other. This is how we at Olympic have chosen to combat one of the most difficult times in educational history. We have prioritized our school community. We are all a part of it as valued members, no one more important than the other. Recently, I had the honor of working with our students and artist, Jesse Hernandez, aka Urban Aztec, to create a mural on campus that exemplifies the spirit of Olympic. The students chose symbols of transformation, growth, and knowledge. The mural displays an image of a phoenix, representing the continuation of life in flames and change. Much like our students who have risen from places of darkness sometimes and have emerged as stronger and better than before. It also includes butterflies, who also take a journey of transformation, going through significant change and unpredictability to eventually create wings and soar in the sky. Don't get me wrong, we don't all move towards the light. Sometimes we need people, right? Our people out there, our families, our aunties, our uncles, our friends, encouraging us and providing a little heat underneath to get us moving. And nevertheless, the end result is change for the better. So, my advice to this class, the class of 2022, is this. When facing difficult situations, create alternative paths. Advocate for support from those around you. Recognize where you need to be mindful and where your skills need further growth. Lean on one another in times of sorrow. Accept when you or we make a wrong decision. Invest in your community, and above all, when you fail, rise up, learn from your experience, and acknowledge and be proud of how far you have come. Olympic High School, continue to do great things for your community, our community, your families, and most importantly, yourself. Congratulations, class of 2022. And now at this time, I'd like to introduce our first student speaker, Mr. Kyler Crawford.
I'd like to start by welcoming and thanking all of our family, friends, and staff for coming out to celebrate with us today. What a journey we've been through over these last few years. Our high school experiences are different in many ways, but in some, they are the same. My freshman year, I learned how important it was for me and my success to have a teacher who was just as excited about learning as I was, and that also took the time to listen. I myself would check out if I didn't find these things in the classroom. Coming into my sophomore year, I knew what worked for me in the class in order to be successful. But then you all remember, Friday, March 13th, 2020, that was a day. It was announced and that schools would shut down until further notice, and we would be expected to attend class through a screen. That changed everything. This lasted through our junior year, which is also the year I learned I despised technology. For me, and maybe some of you, distance learning was just logging onto Zoom, laying in bed, watching some TV, maybe even falling back asleep and waking up to a teacher telling you to log off so they can start the next class. As you can tell, there wasn't much learning going on. The end of our junior year came around quickly, and that's when I transferred to Olympic. I had heard that teachers offered more one-on-one support and were excited about teaching and genuinely built connections with students. At Olympic, the staff connects with students and our families. They make us feel welcome and encouraged, regardless of what may have led us here. Many of us have to deal with real-life problems that make it difficult to have a normal high school experience. But at Olympic, I felt our lives, the challenges and responsibilities that burden us outside of school, are not only acknowledged, they are valued and respected. I believe what I found at Olympic had a lot to do with why I was able to progress more than I ever have. I personally measure success through progress, how hard you worked for something. Without struggle, there is no progress, and progress is real success. And today we get a taste of what that success feels like. If I could go back to high school and do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing. It was a long and winding road with many unexpected twists and turns on the way. But here we are. We made it. And as one path comes to an end, a new one begins, and we'll be faced with many difficult decisions. Most of us wanting to do what makes us feel comfortable. Well, I'm here to persuade you away from that. Challenge you to step outside your comfort zone. Try new things. Dream big. Fail. Learn from your failures. Because only in doing this will we grow and learn who we are. And that's the biggest question. Who am I? Well, most of us don't know the answer to that yet, and that's okay. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is a beautiful thing, and I believe that it is possible that we learn more from our failures than it is from our successes. Seniors, this is our time to explore, our time to expand, our time to live with no regrets. Take every opportunity that comes our way, never stop learning, and always love with all you have. I now want to take a moment to thank my parents for everything they have done and sacrificed for the better of my future. You guys are my everything. And to my grandparents, who taught me so much, how to work hard, have integrity, treat people with respect and love, and if you ever have the opportunity to help, you do it. You guys are my heroes. So thank you. And to Papa, I know you're here today watching over me. Thank you for shaping me into the young man that stands before you all today. Now, last but definitely not least, congratulations to you, class of 2022. We did it.
Great job, Kyler. Thank you so much. Our next student speaker, Amador Jimenez.
Dear class of 2022, I want to start by saying I'm very proud of each one of you for making it this far. Even though it might have been hard to get here due to everything that happened with the pandemic and mask mandate, we all still push forward and work hard to be here today. All of us should be proud that we achieved a significant accomplishment in life, Time flies by super fast, so fast that I've already forgotten everything I learned in school. Just kidding. For those of us who are going to college and do not know what to study, don't stress about it. I know it's a big transition, but don't worry. While you're in college, you will have plenty of opportunities to find your passion and decide what you actually want to be. For those who are going straight to work, I admire you guys for being hardworking people. Don't forget that all of you also have time to find your passions and discover a career path that is right for you. Every one of you that is in here today is unique in so many ways. Don't be afraid of who you are. Be proud and never give up on what you are or working towards. Do not ever let anyone put you down because you work hard to get this diploma and you deserve it. Our future is in our hands and we'll make it the best of it. Graduation is one of the most important milestones so far that we reached today. Today we fill in this empty space we have in our book of life, and it will stay with us forever as memories of our achievements and much more. To all the families and friends that came out here today to support and cheer on your scholars, you guys are amazing. Congrats, class of 2022.
Thank you so much, Amador. And last but not least, our final student speaker, Ms. Maya Orantes.
Sorry guys, I was stuck. But anyways, good afternoon everyone. My name is Maya and I'm a proud graduate of Olympic High School class of 2022. I would first like to congratulate everyone here today. Many of us, if not all of us, could say the last couple of years were tough. We all have unique stories that led us to Olympic, and my journey might sound similar. My dad was a Salvadorian immigrant who always talked about the importance of education and the need to have one if we wanted a successful life. He wanted my brother and I to take advantage of education because it was an opportunity he never had. But like freshmen, I was anxious. I hated school, and then before my freshman year was over, COVID hit. The world stopped. We were still expected to continue school as normal. You all remember that. I remember wondering how I was going to make such a huge change. We had been trained our whole lives to learn in a classroom, and now we were asked to learn in a completely new way. This was a lot to process, and like many of us, I wasn't the greatest attender during distance learning. Sophomore year began, and so did another year of distance learning. I transferred to an art school where I hoped a fresh start would help me be better. But due to uncertainties in the world, my mental health began to decline. And the motivation to move through distance learning just was not there. Anything to do with school was a struggle. As if it couldn't seem to get worse, it did. I could never imagine how close COVID would hit to home, but that's when my family's worst fear came true. My grandpa tested positive for COVID, but he was strong. In fact, days before he tested positive, he put up thousands of Christmas lights. He loved his lights. I thought he would be okay, but without warning, things changed for the worse. He was admitted into the hospital in early December, where he stayed through Christmas. On January 12th, he lost his fight to COVID. And I miss him every day, but I know he's here with me today. I felt shattered, but I was still expected to carry on and continue school like I had not just experienced the worst heartbreak of my whole life. The rest of sophomore year did not go well. But then the option of Olympic came up, and my mom, an Olympic alumni, knew I would be successful there and taught me that there is no shame in alternative education, pointing out that an education is not one size fits all. My brother, who is also graduating here today, had enrolled at Olympic the previous year, so I decided I would go. I began Olympic in my second semester of my junior year, and everything changed. It wasn't like any high school I've ever been before. I wasn't anxious, I didn't feel pressured, I worked at my own pace. At this time, I guess you guys could say, being so close to my grandpa's death made me realize how short life is. With all the uncertainties that were going on, I wanted to make my family proud. I remember what my parents taught me about education. I took advantage of Fast Track every term and was able to graduate February of my junior year and walk the stage today to collect my diploma. I want to thank all my teachers for encouraging me and being there whenever I needed them. My brother Christian for taking me to school every morning, something my grandpa used to do. Christian didn't really have a choice, but I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank the guys at Bike Concord who have taught me skills and stepped into a role that I know my grandpa would have appreciated. And last but not least, my parents, who have always supported me through my journey. I hope this is one of the many things I will do to make you guys proud. So no matter what your story is, I think we can agree that a big part of why we are here today is because of the opportunities Olympics offered us and the support of our loved ones. But let's not forget that we made the choices that got us here today, and that being challenged in life is inevitable, but being defeated is optional. Let's give ourselves and those who around us a huge round of applause. Congratulations, class of 2022. We did it! Should I leave this here?
Yeah, you can leave it there. Great job, everybody. Okay, we're getting closer to diploma time. So at this time, I would like to call forward Board of Education Vice President Deborah Mason. I'm sorry, I'm nervous. Sorry, I get a little nervous up here too. Okay, Ms. Mason, I double-checked all their credits last night. Everything is good. I'm promising you that. As principal of Olympic High School, I hereby certify that the students receiving diplomas tonight have completed all of the requirements for high school graduation as set forth by the Mount Diablo Unified School District and the state of California. It is my honor and privilege, Ms. Mason, to present to you the Olympic High School graduating class of 2022.
I'm going to make a very few, it's warm, and I think the students have already spoken great words of wisdom. A few words, and then I'm going to say my magic words that make it all official for you. As listening to the students talk, it reminds me of a quote from Booker T. Washington that says, "The measure of your accomplishments is the obstacles you have to overcome to get them." And I think you guys embody that more than any other group. When my kids were in school, one of the words of wisdom, the deep thoughts I would give them is knowing when to zig and knowing when to zag. And they'd look at me like, what does that mean? That means when things aren't working out the way you want, zag and go another direction. And I think all of you figured that out already. Or when opportunity arises that you think you might not want to do, then zag and go for it, because you can achieve it. And again, I think you guys embody that more than any other class that we'll see graduate here. I congratulate you all. On behalf of the Board of Education of the Mount Diablo Unified School District, I am honored to accept the 2022 Olympic High School graduating seniors and do hereby confer upon these candidates all the rights and privileges due them.
So now it's time for the moment I think everybody's been waiting for, and we will now award our class of 2022 their diplomas. Congratulations, class of 2022. Mikey Adams, Jr. Giancarlos Aguilera. Eunice Alcairo. Shakti Michelle Avila Ledesma. Michael Barros. Eddie Josue Basuto Covarrubias. Jose Reyes Becerra Valerio. Wendy Azucena Benitez Hernandez. Ricardo Gael Bojorquez. Jenny Reese Bolonati. Sierra Michelle Bush. Juan Antonio Bustamante Salgado. Sebastian Cabrera. Taylor Lynn Carr. Eddie Daniel Castrillo. Cindy Hernandez Cervantes. Dylon Colbert Murray. Consuelo Contreras. Anthony Jesus Correa. Kyler James Crawford. Matthew James Cruciani. Michelle Cruz. Omar Angel Curiel. Cristo de la Cruz Valladares. Leilani Artiste Dyer. Alyssa Yvonne Lopez. Bryant Alexander Lopez. Jair Lopez Cardenas. Daniel Edgardo Lopez. Karime Lopez Rodriguez. Jennifer Jacqueline Loza Romo. Yahaira Guadalupe Magallon Reyes. Alejandra Martinez. David Martinez. Normando Ariel Martinez Chavez. Isabel Martinez Ilan. Giselle Martinez Ledesma. Olivia Marie Masters. Lily Sky Seha McGuire. Moises Medina. Melissa Medina Martinez. Yair Leonardo Mercado. Jasmine Moncada Caballero. Dana Montaño Núñez. Genesis Mates de Oca. Antonio Elijah Moreno. Brian Moreno. Paulina Munoz Navarro. Alexis Rose Navarrete. Alyssa Nicole Navarrete. Santiago Hernandez. Craig Hazlitt. Sophia Marie Hartline. Michaela Hartley. Kira Hart. Yahir Alexis Guzman Martinez. Annette Elizabeth Guzman Hernandez. Xiomara Guitron. Adrian Gonzalez Ruiz. Roberto Gonzalez Baltazar. Lauren Rochelle Gonzalez. Jose Alfonso Gonzalez. Isaac Villalobos. Alejandro Gil Rodriguez. Vanessa Gill. Stephanie Gaspar Galosa. Jair Alexis Garcia Villa. Oswaldo Garcia Romero. Jose Luis Garcia. Peyton Garcia. Alexander Josue Garcia. Javier Flores. Daniel Fajardo Munoz. Seth Alvino Espinoza. Xavier Dominguez. Emmanuel Navarro. Carla Ochoa. Christian Orantes. Maya Mercedes Orantes. Zephaniah Papali'i. Salvador Luis Perez Lopez. Noe Perez. Andrew Don Joseph Dwayne Perez Powell. Mariah Perez Ruiz. Jace Davion Petit Beckham. Ernesto Jesus Ponce. Matthew James Ponce Matucci. Emily Carolina Ramirez. Juan Cruz Reyes. Ashley Fernanda Rios Hernandez. Jesse Allen Rivera Jr. Andy Rodriguez. Freddie Rodriguez. Juan Diego Rosas Luna Jr. Keandra Dijana Gwendolyn Royal. Luis Angel Ruiz Miranda. Yulissa Salazar Hernandez. Adil Salim. Victor Giovanni Sanchez Sanchez. Derek Allen Sandoval. Gianni Yuma Lopez. Joshua Kyrie Joran Eddie Mathis. Irvin Ivan Aguilar Resendez. Alexis Juarez. Amador Armas Jimenez. Caitlin Rose Jardine. Carlos Manuel Jacobo Gorgonio. Giselle Jacobo Campos. Angel Segura. Axel Soto Hernandez. Brandon Tejada. Heaven Leanne Trailer. Isaac Eduardo Valencia Prieto. Lily Ann Stafford. Faith Juliana Stevens. Iverson James Watson. Landon Weller. Charlotte Marie Yearman. Jocelyn Zaragoza. Emily Sinai Zaragoza Rios.
Ooh, that was nice. Okay. Two more things. First, I would like to call up my boss, Dr. Adam Clark, to address the class before we do our final presentation and then celebration. So, Dr. Clark.
Wow, what an incredible, incredible, incredible day. I want to thank you all for coming out today. I want to thank the parents, family members, and the staff who have joined us today to honor these wonderful students. Before I begin, do we have any students who are graduating this year who will be joining the armed forces next year? If we do, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Thank you very much. Next, could we please have a moment to reflect on the students that started with this class and are not here with us today? Thank you. So my name is Dr. Adam Clark. I'm the very, very, very proud superintendent of the Mount Diablo Unified School District, and I would like to recognize our Board of Trustees. First of all, we have President Deborah Mason. Vice President Keisha Nzewi. Joining us on the stage, we have Trustee Linda Mayo. In the audience, we have Trustee Aaron McFerrin. And not here tonight, we have Trustee Sharice Cound and Trustee Kalina Fowler. They are true champions for each and every student. Today has been such a special day. We've assembled to celebrate the success of so many. Parents, families, and friends, each of these graduates embody the hopes and dreams of your ancestors. So much of your heart, time, love, sweat, tears, and passion have been invested into these young people. And I hope, as the families and friends sit here today, that you can be present in this very special moment and to fully appreciate the milestone that these young people have achieved. Can we give them a big round of applause? I next want to address the staff and faculty of Olympic High School. As the students marched in today, I could see the pride within each and every staff member of the work that they have put into these students. As I watched the graduates march through the pavilion in such a distinguished and elegant manner, I can only imagine the work that has been going on with the staff, with each and every one of these students. Hopefully, every one of these students have made a special connection to someone at Olympic High School who has cared for them and shepherded them through this process. So for that, can we give a big round of applause to the staff of Olympic High School? Thank you. Graduates, this moment is all for you. I often tell students, everything within the Mount Diablo Unified School District is designed to support you. Every person, every building, piece of furniture, every activity, every classroom is centered around you. I know for some of you, it may not have felt that way, but you are all why we are all here. As you cross over this important milestone, I hope you are satisfied with your experience. If you have regrets regarding your effort, relationships, or outcomes, look yourself in the mirror and commit to making a change. If you are satisfied with your experience, try your best to duplicate those efforts during the next chapter of your lives. Life for you has changed a great deal since you entered kindergarten. And believe me, there will be monumental changes in your life during the next 10 years. How are you going to respond? I hope you will use the experiences that you've had within the Mount Diablo Unified School District to help you shape your path. But in closing, my words of encouragement are: show up on time, put in the work, be a kind person, and with that formula, I see nothing but success in your future. Congratulations, class of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Clark. Well, we're almost there. I want to again say thank you so much to the staff at Olympic High School and Alliance Program. They just do amazing things every day, and especially to the students who really make our jobs really fun, that we get to live in high school forever. I don't know if that's fun all the time, but I really appreciate it. So at this time, I want you guys to prepare your tassels on the right. And I have one last thing to say. Olympic, good afternoon. I have a very important announcement. These individuals before you have completed all of their credits to officially graduate today. So Olympic students, please stand. And when I say 1, 2, 3, turn your tassels from right to left. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Who's next? Congratulations, class of 2022.